Hi people, welcome to my channel. My name's Kay and I garden in northwest Oklahoma, and this is In and Out of the Garden. We're going to go into my backyard here, and this is what I consider to be the cottage garden, I suppose. Guess the chair's kind of getting in the way there. I'm not going to go through all the plant names today. I really just want to do a tour. And since I'm new to the YouTube what would I call it, the whole YouTube thing, I want to do this tour and see how it comes out. See, I have some things looking not too good. The temperature was 111 today. About 5 days ago it was 116. So some things are suffering a little bit, but for the most part everything's surviving. And I'm very thankful for that. We just put this fence in March, and it's great to have a backdrop for your plants. We also put this arbor in March, and my son says it's a little bit wonky, but we did our best. We're going to go ahead and head through it. Through the arbor, I have a little bit of a vegetable garden. I have a few pepper plants and some way overgrown tomato plants. I did not prune them, and I definitely should have. Just going to pan around here. I have a purple fountain grass here. I have one on each side of the arbor. And then here in the back corner, kind of all by itself a little bit, is a David Austin Old Woolerton Hall rose. And this is its first year. It started out as a bare root when it came to me, so it did bloom a few roses. I have a tree, a Leyland cypress here that I had to stake up the other day. It was getting kind of droopy. And this is a cat house that I made for a stray cat that used to come into the yard. It just stopped. So I found this cat the other day. It's a concrete cat, and so I put him there. Back here I have a few canna, Rose of Sharon, and elephant ears. I do have lots of tomatoes, and we've been getting quite a few, but the grasshoppers are trying to take them over. So I've been having to pick every day and kind of pick before things get ripe, at least a day or two from being ripe. If I wait until they're ripe, then it's too late. The grasshoppers have already gotten them. This little bit of a garden here beside the shed is gets a little more shade than most of this backyard. Most of this yard is in full sun all day long, and I had some hostas that when they came up alongside the house, they were really overgrown. Well, they weren't overgrown, sorry, that's not what I mean. They were getting too big, and I was running out of space. So I moved them back here, and I really didn't intend to put in a garden. I really just set them against the side of the wall there, but after looking at it, I thought, why not? So went ahead and put that in. It's not very developed, but and here you can see the back side through the arbor. I did try to create this garden so that there are different spaces that you have to walk to kind of see everything. If I come around here to my right, so I'm trying to keep the camera steady. I'm probably not doing a very good job, and I am much of an amateur, so forgive me. I have a wisteria here, and it's a few years old, so it's really putting on a lot of growth. It does have a bloom up there, which it has already bloomed, but it thinks maybe it's time to do it again, I guess. And then over here beside, on the other side, is a snowball bush, and it has really grown this year. I just put it in last year. There's a few things under the bench that I'm trying to propagate. And then I have a black lace elderberry and an everbearing, or not, it's an everbearing, it's a lilac, ever blooming lilac. or reblooming boomerang, that's the name of it. And then I have some boxwoods here that aren't very big yet, but I'm hoping that eventually they'll fill in and kind of hide this whole cellar area from the view as you come into the garden. So in this island bed here, you see it's kind of jam-packed full of annuals, which I grew a lot from seed this year. I'd started over 300 seedlings in my guest room this year. I did lose quite a bit of them when I set them out to harden them off. I was at work one day and the temperature dropped, I think, to 31 degrees, and it was supposed to be like 35 degrees. And so when I got home, I had lost quite a few of my plants. But I still have quite a few, probably more than I needed. So we did okay with that. This is a lilac, and it's several years old. I did limb it up so that I could plant under it, and it's a great place for heuchera. Well, that pretty much wraps up the cottage garden in the backyard. I hope to get a little bit better at these videos, maybe get a little bit better camera than my phone. So if you'll bear with me, I'll do my best to get a little bit better. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye.